Hey, what is up guys, it's Arodiad here. Welcome to another top 5 video, and in today's top 5 video, we're going to be counting down my top 5 most favorite psychic type Pokemon. However, in today's video, I am not alone. I am joined by a good friend of mine by the name of J4Gaming.
Hello guys, what's up? It's J4Gaming here with Arodiad to present to you guys my top 5 favorite psychic Pokemon.
So if you guys are pumped for this video, make sure you smash the like button down below as it does help support the channel and the series. And let's get straight on to this video.
Here at number 5, I have Claydol. Now, Claydol is kind of a weird entry because most people don't even know it exists at this point, but I personally enjoyed it a lot, mainly because of my adventures I had with it in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, in which I had it in a team with Umbreon, and it was just unbeatable. The stats on the thing are not too bad, they're not really great. It's tanky enough to take some hits from Shadow Pokemon, so I mean, it was enjoyable enough, but I really enjoyed it. It has a really diverse moveset. It's kind of weird how it has both physical and special moves, and it doesn't really focus on one when it comes to special attack or physical attack, but regardless, I still do enjoy the Pokemon a lot.
Coming in at number 5 for me is Metagross, and you cannot have a top 5 Psychic type Pokemon list without Metagross. Metagross's design, let alone, is enough to get into this. But not only that, it is crazy strong. It is a pseudo-legendary, so you know it already has a crazy stat kind of alias going on. It's got 135 in attack, 130 in defense. It's great. It's also got 95 special attacks. If you run around a special attacker, you can do that. But not only just those pluses, it also gets a mega evolution as well, with Tough Claws as the ability just to deal even more damage, and that thing is broken, so it deserves every single right to be on this list.
Number 4 on my list goes to Alakazam, mainly for being just the original psychic Pokemon that everyone was chasing for and everyone wanted really badly. I remember everyone going out for their Abras back when I was in elementary school, and none of us could ever get one, and when at my point it'd be Leaf Green and Fire Red. It was a great time trying to just get an Abra, and then we would trade to get an Alakazam after getting Kadabra. It was a lot of fun. I mean, Alakazam is just a great Pokemon overall as well. I mean, it's a really high speed and special attack. It's really good, so I really enjoy it. Its Mega Evolution is pretty cool as well. I have nothing to complain about Alakazam. It's a really good Pokemon. It's really solid.
Coming in my number 4 spot is Alakazam as well, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this entry because you've already heard why he's so good from Justin. However, my reasoning is because as well, he is the OG Psychic type. Everyone wanted an Alakazam. That base 120 speed and 135 special attack destroyed lives. Not only that, since when it was introduced in first gen, Special was a single stat, so a special attack and special defense was in one stat, and with that giant special attack, it made it extremely bulky on the special side, and because it was so fast and crits were determined by speed in first gen, it was an absolute monster, which is why it definitely deserves its spot on this list.
Number 3 on my list goes to Espeon for just being really darn good of a Pokemon. I mean, there's just nothing to complain about it here. Also really good in the special attack department just like Alakazam. However, it does have that bulkiness to it that just helps so much, especially with its moveset that involves, you know, like Reflect, Light Screen, and you can just Psychic your way into killing the other team. It's a really great Pokemon, and I have no complaints against this one either. Really good Pokemon, really cool design, especially for like the latest of the evolutions, which I thought were okay. You know, Espeon really had a really good design. I really enjoyed Espeon and Umbreon, the designs of them. So, you know, I really enjoy Espeon, and he goes on the number 3 slot of this top 5 for me.
Coming in my 3rd spot is the legendary Pixie Pokemon Victini. This thing I didn't think much of when I first laid my eyes on it. I just thought it was another Pixie Legendary, 100 base stats down the board, so it was always going to be good but never really great. However, when you look at this thing's moveset and you realize it learns things like Glaciate, V-Create, Blue Flare, Bolt Strike, it gets Victory Star as an ability. This thing is absolutely crazy, and when you actually use it, you will realize the power it has. You can Scarf it if you want to outspeed everything, it still does a hefty amount of damage, or you can be that guy and run Band on it to get that extra damage, or you can be like what I like to do every now and then and run a special one and just completely throw people off and get those like crazy kills. However, either way, its design is amazing, its use in competitive is completely viable, and it deserves this spot on this list.
Number 2 goes to Gardevoir for me. Now this one kind of has the same reasons for Espeon, mainly because of that bulkiness. It's not even that bulky as a matter of fact. It does have that bulkiness to it, but it just, for me, whenever I'm using it in a team, it always manages to survive that hit that matters the most. It always hangs on to that last little bit of HP that it really needs to hang on for me to win the battle. And it's really amazing to me how well this thing does in the meta, especially in its Mega Evolution. It's such an awesome Pokemon as well. I mean, this is the only Fairy Psychic type, I believe, within its own family tree, but it's a really cool Pokemon, really cool design. I really enjoy Gardevoir. really cool Pokemon. Regardless, Gardevoir is my number 2 slot on this top 5.
Taking the number 2 spot for me is Slowbro. Now, this is even just normal Slowbro without its Mega Evolution. With its Mega Evolution, it is crazy. It cannot be critted. You get some Carmines up, you're good to go. However, I prefer normal Slowbro because it gets the ability Regenerator, which is extremely useful. It also has Slack Off, everything like that. But its special defense and defense stats, well, defense it's got 110, which is crazy. Special defense is 80, so not the best. However, HP is 95, which is very good. Special attack's 100, so this thing, if you can set up a few Calm Minds, you get some Slack Offs going. You also have Regenerator if you need to switch out and get some health back. This thing is an absolute monster to stop. Although it only has a base 490 stat total, its speed is terrible, which makes sense. It's slow, bro. However, this thing is absolutely amazing. I love this Pokemon. Number 2 for sure.
And number 1 in this top 5 for me goes to Metagross. Not for only having the coolest design for a Psychic type, but also a Steel type in my opinion. Metagross is just such an awesome, tanky, physical attacker and special attacker for that matter. Not as much, but definitely still there if you want to make it viable. He's just so powerful. It is an amazing tank, especially in the prior gens before 6th generation rather, before fairies were introduced. Even though it did make it stronger, it made it weaker in another way, but then its Mega Evolution came by and made it just that much more powerful. It was basically almost broken right next to Mega Salamence, and it's such a powerful Pokemon. I really love it, just Zen headbutting my way through everything. It's awesome because, I mean, Tough Claws on Mega Metagross is such an awesome ability, and not to mention its normal state is already strong enough to just destroy whatever it needs to. It just destroys everything in its path. I really enjoy Metagross, and there's no reason not to enjoy this Pokemon.
Taking the number 1 spot for me is Medicham, and if you have been on the channel for quite a while, this will be no surprise to you. Pretty much, Medicham is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I absolutely love this thing with the ability's pure power. I mean, I'm pretty sure it gets another thing like Inner Focus, maybe, something like that. I don't know, but pure power is where it's at. Its base stat total by itself isn't crazy. 80 speed, 60 attack, and then defenses are pretty lackluster. However, when you add pure power boost, that is a base 120 attack. And with its Mega Evolution as well, its attack with pure power goes through the roof, its speed gets buffed, it is crazy strong, and I've just always preferred Medicham over Gallade because, for one, I always like Gardevoir better than Gallade. Personally, I'm more of a Gardevoir fan. I just feel like we already have a Psychic Fighting type Medicham, we don't really need another, so I've always liked Medicham. I use it whenever I get the chance since this thing is a monster. Not only that, it is very good and competitive with it learning like all the elemental punches. I'm pretty sure it gets Bullet Punch, it gets High Jump Kick, Drain Punch, Psycho Cut, I think it gets Zen Headbutt. This moveset is crazy. Granted, it's all through egg moves, so in a playthrough it's not the best. However, it is an amazing Pokemon. I love its design. Definitely takes number 1 for me. And there you guys have it. That has been our top 5 most favorite Psychic type Pokemon. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash the like button down below, like I did say at the start of the video, as it does help support the channel and the series. If you would like to go check out Justin's channel, feel free to go into the description, check out his Twitter and his channel. He does a bunch of prank calls. He does some Would You Buy series he's starting, where it's like, would you buy Call of Duty, would you buy Fallout 4. He's also done a bit of Pokemon here and there, so if any of that interests you, feel free to go over to his channel and show the support that he deserves. And yeah, don't really have much else to say. Hope you did enjoy this video. Yeah, follow my Twitter if you haven't, link will be in the description below as well. And yeah, don't really have much else to say. This has been Arodiad. Catch you guys later. Peace.